Hello, hello. Welcome to my album release party. I don't know if it's quite a party because it's more just me talking. Um, and answering your questions. I mean, I'm talking to you guys, but whatever. It's more of me just sitting here. But welcome everyone. Thank you all for coming. I am a bit congested today and have a bit of a cough. So I might be a little sniffling and coughing, but with you it's always a party. Wow, thanks guys. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to kind of tell you guys more about the album, like go through the songs, kind of tell you guys the inspirations and some backstory on like the process and answer your guys questions and also like talk about like the videos and maybe give some sneak previews of what's to come in part 2. And I have a surprise to show you guys at some point in this. So, surprise coming. Woo! Um Thanks everyone for coming by the way. Really means a lot that you would join me to hear about my project. It's very nice. So, thank you. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of get into it and I'm gonna just go through the track list, kind of tell you guys a little bit more about the songs, and then if you have any questions, put them in the chat and I'll answer it maybe if it's good. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the album because even though I know the track list, I still need to look at it. It's like when you're on the spot, you can't remember anymore. Please stop breaking my heart. Okay, so when will it be on SoundCloud? I need to do that. Hang on. I'm gonna put that on my list to do. I'm gonna put it on SoundCloud. Not today because I don't really have time. Probably next week. Next week I will put it on SoundCloud. Let me put it on my next week list. Put album on SoundCloud. There you go. It's for you. Okay, so starting off, we have the song Mustang. So let's see. I remember I wrote this super late at night. Like it was like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. when I wrote and recorded it. And I remember my parents were out of town and it was just me and Danny and my little brothers home. And I don't know why I just remember that detail. So I don't know when this was. This was when I still lived with my parents. And I really wanted to I was like listening to like a lot of Lana Del Rey then. I mean, I still am, but especially then, that was like the prime time of Lana for me. And I was super inspired by her and her sound. So I wanted to make something that was like inspired by her. So like the drums in the chorus where it's like do 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 do. It's kind of like Love, her song Love, like, she does those drums kind of a lot where it's just, like, the kick, do, 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 and, like, the strings and the picking guitar. So I was, like, trying to take some inspo from her. Um, and yeah, the song it's so funny, like, looking back on, like, what I wrote songs about and, like, where I am now. So I'm like it's just funny, like, that I felt that way back then. But yeah, that was about a time where I had recently gotten out of like a bad breakup and I felt really like lonely, but I also felt like I didn't want like a real relationship at all. Cause like I was like, I don't know, a few months post breakup. I wasn't trying to like date someone, but I was also like lonely, you want like attention and whatever. So I met this guy on New Year's, I think. Yeah. And I was like very taken by him, LOL. I don't really know why looking back, but I thought he was so cute and I knew he was like very emotionally unavailable and I was kind of like friends with him with my other friend. Like me and her were like friends with him. We would like FaceTime him, but like we weren't really friends. I don't really know what was happening there. It's kind of a weird situation. But yeah, he drove a Mustang. And it's just about like that feeling of like being friends and like thinking, oh, is he like me? Does he not like me? I don't know. Like I'm kind of getting signs, but he's also like talking about these other girls. And I just was very much in that like falling for the emotionally unavailable person. Um, because I didn't want anything that was gonna go anywhere because I was like emotionally scarred. So yeah, that's basically what that's about. I'm like, "Okay, wait, I don't need to go into every last detail. I need to have some privacy." Like, so then his address was Um, okay, so that's that song. I'm trying to see if anyone has any questions. Was the Mustang red with black stripes? Otherwise, I don't know what that line means. Yeah, the first line, cherry red with black stripes. His car was cherry red with black stripes. I don't know why I said you're the kind of quiet type because he was not. I don't know why I said that. So that was a lie in the song because he was not quiet. I don't know why I said that. Um, next song is Lockbox. That's the next song on the album. I wish I could play them, but if I do that, then my live stream will get blocked because you can't imagine him listening to this song now. Let's hope that never happens. That'd be so awkward. I don't think he would know unless he watched this, which he wouldn't. I don't think he remembers I ever existed. Anyway, I can't play the songs because the live stream will get blocked because it's copyrighted, even though it's my copyright. I think I can do something though where I won't get copyrighted for my own thing. I don't know. I probably should have thought about that. But anyway, I wish I could play it. I would say, "Oh, I could sing it for you," but if you can't tell, my voice is a little not great. So, I'm not gonna sing those for you right now because it's not really gonna sound right. Anyway, next song is Lockbox. I'm gonna try to not take like 100 years to explain everything. So, Lockbox, as I said on like Instagram and TikTok a bit, um, was about when I was 20 and I was having like a midlife crisis, you know, midlife at 20, not really quarter life, whatever. Um, which like obviously 20 is so young. Well, obvious if you're older than 20, but when you're younger than 20, it feels really feels really old. And when you turn 20, you're like, wait, I'm not a teen anymore. This is so weird. Like, I'm an adult. Like, what does this mean? And just at that time, I was kind of like unlocking a lot of things, like internally. Um, like, I don't know, you get older and you start like thinking more about things and like, what is the meaning of life? And like, okay, like these are kind of the things that I've believed my whole life, either just because my parents taught me that or just I came to this conclusion at some point. But then you question, like, is that really what I believe, though? Is that really like who I want to be? Is like, are these the things I want to do? And so, I mean, yeah, it's just kind of about all of those feelings of like struggling kind of with your identity and then also like feeling unlucky in love and, like, you keep picking the wrong ones. I go too far, fix my heart just to break it all over again. So, yeah. Wait, what? Wasn't the midlife crisis in 2017 after the Timberlake concert in Long Island? I have read that on a fandom website. I don't think that was when it was. Um, yeah, I don't think that was it. So that website is wrong. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think anything else to say about that song. It changes keys like 35 times. Like the verses are in one key, and then the choruses are in another key. But then the last chorus is in a whole other key, goes up another key. Why did you redo the track so much? Okay, so yeah, Lockbox took me so long to finish this track. Like the actual instrumental part, like trying to mix it, like I put so many different instruments in the choruses, like trying to find exactly what sound I was going for with it. Like I had like piano going, doing this, and guitar doing that, and this doing that, da 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 da, da, like 100 million different things. Cause I just like, I feel like the song is so uh unique. I don't know that I couldn't figure out like what was really the right sound for that chorus. So I redid it over 40 times until I found a sound that was like, okay, I think this is it. And what I really landed on was the acoustic guitar going like I don't know why that was what really like was the aha moment for me was that acoustic guitar. So I worked very hard on that one. I'm gonna like bring this down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so unique New York, yeah. Okay, so the next song is I think All in My Head, right? Oh, my throat is so like scratchy because I keep coughing. Do I have any water? Yes. um, okay, so All in My Head. I remember I wrote it when I was in the car. I was driving home one day and I I that's why I feel like I associate that song with like driving home um like in the evening, like the sun's going down, sunset vibes. Cause that's when I wrote it when I was driving home one day. And it's really about like overthinking a I don't even really want to call it a situationship. It really wasn't anything. Someone I talked to, the amount of times we spoke, I could count, I guess, on two hands. The amount of times I saw him in person, I think was twice. So wasn't that deep. Um, but you know how it is. It's like I feel like the things that weren't that deep for some reason, like are harder to get over than like a long relationship sometimes. I don't know why it's like that like 2-month situationship like just hurts way worse to get over than like a year-long relationship sometimes. So I don't know, it's like the little things. I think it's because you don't have like the closure with it. It's like you didn't get to know them enough to really see like okay, like this wasn't gonna work for me, like this is not the person for me. And there's so much of them that's just kind of what you projected onto them of like, oh, well, he's probably like this, he's probably like that, but you don't actually know that because you didn't know him enough to know what he's really like. So a lot of the person is still like a fantasy in your mind because you never got to the point where like you really saw them. So anyway, it's about that. My favorite line on that, which is also one of my favorite lines of the whole album, is um, "You're a midnight supernova. burn so bright and then it's over, which I forgot what a supernova is, but I googled that to make sure that was actually true at the time. But let's just uh double check that. Okay, it's when a star explodes. So yeah, burn so bright and then it's over. Exploding star. Which was definitely accurate to that relationship because it just burned for like a point 0.2 seconds and then was over. So yeah, that song, I'm trying to think if there's anything else notable about that. Oh, you know what? So I don't know if you noticed listening to it, the bridge vocals sound kind of different than the rest of them. Like they sound more like in a can, kind of. And that's actually not like, oh, I put this effect on them. It's because I recorded that bridge when I was on vacation. I went to Cape Cod or something like that with just Amy and my parents and went to see some of our aunts and uncles. And I was there and for some reason I was writing that bridge and so I recorded it just on like the internal mic of my laptop. You know how like I don't know, you can record something just like with the internal mic of your laptop, but it doesn't sound like a real microphone, you know? So I just recorded that just to like get it down and I just thought it sounded cool, so I just kept that just like initial first take of that idea. Um yeah, cuz I thought it was cool. So that's kind of funny about that. Um trying to think anything else about that one. I don't know. I really like that one. It's very vibey. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is ended up in Arkansas. So people are like, why do you say that? What's Arkansas? What does that mean? Blah, blah, blah. So it is a literal lyric. I'm just saying I was in Arkansas and I was sad about this person when I was in Arkansas. So I'm just saying it in like a more like, oh, ended up. It's like I didn't really end up there. I just went there and while I was there, I happened to be sad about this thing. So there's uh I can't think of a metaphor, whatever. That will wipe away your confusion of that. Um sorry. So that song that's one of my favorite lyrically. Um some of my favorite lines include ended up in Arkansas just crying cuz he'd never date me. It's a good one. Um You said you wanted to hang out, then said you'd pray about it. I guess God told you not to talk to me because I haven't heard a sound. That's a good one. Um, yeah, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that song is just really funny. Oh, you know what's funny? You guys know the song, Bah humbug, well that's too strong as it is my favorite holiday. Is that the words? I don't know. Where it's like Merry Christmas, but I think I'll miss this one this year. Do you know that Christmas song? It's by The Waitresses. So ended up in Arkansas is inspired by that song, like the sound of it. It doesn't really sound like it, but I wrote it around Christmas time, and I heard that song for kind of like the first time because Lisa was like, "Oh, I love this song. It's so cool, whatever." And I was like, "Ooh, this is cool." I just really liked like the vibe of the sound of that song by the Waitresses, and I was like, I want to write something that is kind of this vibe. So yeah, ended up in Arkansas is inspired by that song, which is kind of interesting because I don't think you would really guess that. Um, yeah, I don't think there's really much more to say about that one. The next song is I Hate All Your Friends, which I love this song so much. This one is one of my most like creative songs. in my opinion. Um, I really just didn't know what I was doing. I was just kinda, like, trying to make it, like, fun and fresh, so every section, I just wanted to feel, like, really different and new, and it kinda just like, "Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa," because I kinda wanted to, like, capture the chaos that you feel in that situation, um, where it's like, "Okay, I like this guy. We were friends. Um, he had some friends that I didn't like, who didn't like me. Don't really know why, but that was what happened, and I knew that he liked me. I think he knew that I liked him, but it was just one of them things that will pass, apparently. If you know, you know. Um, and yeah, one of the lines in that song that I like, which is kind of like petty, but I think it's kind of fun. Um, the girl that you want, she listens to my songs because there was this girl that he was like obsessed with, and she really liked one of our songs and would listen to it. So I just thought that was funny. Which like, okay, let's be real, like who cares if like, oh, well, she listens to my songs, so clearly you should be with me and not her. It's like that doesn't really make sense if you actually think about it, but it's just like a petty line that I thought was kind of funny. Um, so yeah, you guys know. You know what I'm saying about one of them things that will pass. Talking about I hate all your friends. Also, someone said, can you storage this live? Yeah, this live stream will be available for playback. So if you miss it, you can watch it. Yeah. Okay. So next song, well, I was gonna say about that, not really. Next song is R.I.P., which is a fan favorite. Um, this song is about that same thing. Woo! Where, you know, we were friends and I thought we might be more. And then it was clear that that wasn't going to happen because I shot my shot and he was like, no, which is fine. You know, it was for the best. Um, but yeah, I was just like, okay, I guess this is over. Like, there's nothing else to do, there's nothing else to say because, I tried to talk about this, like, oh, maybe we have something. And apparently we didn't. So, I really tried, but now it's time. Watch the grass grow back and I'll say goodbye. Something about this song musically is um the bridge. I actually wrote it when I was falling asleep one night. I was literally falling asleep and then I just heard our names on a stone. Your turn is so cold. And I was like, okay, that's the bridge. This is the bridge. And that's hands down my favorite part of the song. All those lyrics in the bridge, like, I just like it's some of my best writing. I don't know where it came from. It just really gave. Um, I'll read those lyrics for those of you that don't know. Um, but this is the bridge. The song's called R.I.P. You and Me. So I was drawing on that metaphor, talking about like RIP our relationship, you know. So, if the lyrics are, "Our names on a stone." Oh, oops, I just skipped to a different song. "Our names on a stone," so like a gravestone. "You're turning so cold, like a corpse turns cold. Don't come back to haunt me, just let me go." Like a ghost, don't come to haunt me, but like don't talk to me again trying to like fix it, cuz like just let me move on. "It's all over tonight. The light drains from your eyes. It all flashes through my mind as we die." Like, you know, people are like, people say when you die, like, your whole life flashes. I don't know. So it all flashes through my mind as we die. Yeah. And like reading that, it's kind of morbid. Well, yeah, it is. It's 'cause it's about death, even though it's not, but like that's the metaphor. So, yikes. Um, but yeah, some of my best work lyrically, I will say. Um, anything else about that song? I like how in the second pre it's like we were almost right, filled in the gaps like day and night because we had like opposite personalities and it was like we filled in the gaps of each other's personalities. Maybe we're together in another life, but for now he's just a red light and then the music stops. Oh, it's so good. Like a red light stop. Yeah. I just thought that was fun. Um, okay. So then the next song is Fall. This is fun because these last four, like, you guys don't know much about because I haven't really like talked about them and you kind of just heard them like a week ago. Oh yeah, I didn't even really say that in this yet, but my album came out like a week ago, that Friday, February 3rd. And so this is kind of a little late for an album release thing, but not really. We're a week later. This was literally the only day I could do this because I'm busy or out of town like every weekend for the next 3 weeks. So yikes. Okay, so fall. It's so funny. Like like just how I take something so minute in my life and just turn it into just the drama of a lifetime. Like I'm like, wow, I'm starting to fall. It's like, are you? Were you really? I don't know. Um this I'm not gonna tell this whole story, but there's some pieces of it that were kind of funny. I mean, it's not that complicated. I met this guy and I thought he was interesting. The first lyric is, "You seem a little crazy. You're really hard to read. I know you're not what I need." Because yeah, the first time that I really saw him, I was like, he's kind of crazy seeming. Like not like he did or said anything, but just like his vibe, you know? And I was like, he like kind of made me feel like nervous looking at him. Like when we looked at like made eye contact, I was like, which, like, I don't always feel super awkward talking to people, but, like, some people, I'm just like so and then obviously, the next line, "But you started staring at me, and it got harder to breathe. I think you got me intrigued." Of course, I gotta be intrigued by this, like, thing that makes me feel awkward. Okay, well, we've learned since then. Um But yeah, I mean, this is a nice wholesome song though. It's just like, I'm starting to fall for this guy. Oh, but I'm scared. Blah blah blah. But some of these lines I'm like I'm starting to do things for you, things I wouldn't normally do. I literally threw him a birthday party. Why? I don't know. I'd only known him for like a month, but he didn't really have any friends and I felt bad. So I had a birthday party for him because he knew some people that I knew. So I really just invited the people that I knew that he knew because he didn't really have friends. Looking back, I'm like it wasn't that weird in the moment. And look, okay, you threw him a whole party. It wasn't like a rager like crazy party. It was just like a dinner thing, and he knew people that I knew, so it was more like like it was his friends, but his new friends that I also knew, that I knew better than he did. Anyway, I just felt bad because he wasn't gonna do anything on his birthday, and he didn't really have any friends. So yeah, I'm starting to do things for you, things I wouldn't normally do. Okay, because normally I wouldn't throw someone a birthday dinner when I only knew them for like maybe it was 2 months. I don't know. And then another thing that was funny was one night we went to get dinner and we went to like I mean, it wasn't like the nicest place you've ever been, but it was like a nicer place. I don't know what you call that, like what type of restaurant it was, but like a place where you definitely could like be dressed up, but there was also people casual there. And he literally showed up in pajamas, like in like red checkered pajama pants with a hoodie. And because you guys know because oh no. Because like it was like a last minute plan. It wasn't like he planned it like super far in advance, okay? I was at like this thing where like you do this float thing in this saltwater thing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, maybe we can hang out after." I don't know. So it's like I was not like dressed up or whatever. I was like just came from doing like the float spa in my like sweatpants and like wet hair and whatever. Like imagine it's like hanging out right after you went to the pool. Like and you're just in like sweats and stuff. So he was literally in his pajamas, but I thought it was kind of funny. I didn't think you guys are like red flag, red flag. Um I thought it was funny and I was like, wow, he doesn't care if people think about him. Cool. Um but yeah. Anyway, those are two little things about that song that I just remembered and thought that was funny. But he was a nice person. It just wasn't really it. Um trying to think anything else about that song, like the actual song writing of it. Um I think that's kind of it. Okay, next song is Brown Mascara, and I think that this song is kind of hard to tell what it's about. Like, okay, tell me in the comments right now. Guys, don't feel bad for him. Well, okay, yeah, he didn't really have friends, but he was fine. I think he's doing fine now. I'm sure he has a girlfriend. He like he's fine. Don't feel that bad for him. Like I'm sure he's doing good now. This was a while ago and like, he had things going for him. He wasn't like don't feel that bad for him. Okay, so Brown Mascara though, tell me if you feel like you get what it's about or if you're kind of like I don't really get what she's saying. Because I feel like the way I wrote it is kind of like abstract lyrically, but I don't know. Kind of confused about it. Kind of got it hit or miss. I think so, but also no. Explain it anyway. I will explain it, but I just want to know. Brown mascara is about you being obsessed over a dude. Not quite. I don't really understand. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, I know what it's about. Okay, Jade. Well, I guess we'll see. I think like if it's like if you know, you know, but if you don't, you might not know. So I think it's about running away from a guy that likes you. Yeah. You're scared of commitment, like in running. Yeah. So this song is about a really nice guy that I liked. Okay, but I was scared because I don't know. There was nothing like scary about him, but just my own issues, whatever. I was scared. And like he called me to be like, "Hey, you want to hang out tomorrow? You want to get coffee or something?" And I wanted to, and I was like, "Yeah." But I was like, "Oh my gosh, he cornered me on the phone. I'm scared." He didn't really corner me, but, that's how I felt. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I hung up and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that." So, really when it says, "I don't wanna tell you what I'm thinking when you call me up and ask me to see you tomorrow morning. I just won't respond and maybe you'll forget about it." The not responding, the "I won't respond and maybe you'll forget about it" was more what I wish I could have done, but I couldn't because he called me up. You know, if he had texted me, then yeah. Sorry, I'm like congested. It's like I feel fine, guys. You can see I got energy, but it's just this congestion and this little cough. Um, so this song's so sad to me because okay, when yeah, there's some things to unpack here. So it's like he liked me and I liked him. The leaves are falling and so am I. Like, I like you. With the brown mascara running down my eyes. So I was falling like the leaves, but so were the tears down my face because I was stressed and I didn't know what to do and I was scared. Okay. So okay, let me just explain the chorus. So the leaves are falling and so am I. I like him. With the brown mascara running down my eyes because I was crying because I was stressed and I didn't know what to do. I break the silence, stay up all night. So by break the silence, I meant like I break the silence of nighttime by like being up and like making noise. Break the silence, stay up all night. Cause maybe all I wanted was goodbye. Wait, that's not great. Maybe all I wanted was goodbye. Oh my gosh, I can barely sing right now. So I stayed up all night because maybe all I wanted was goodbye. Like maybe I didn't want to be in this. Maybe I didn't want to talk to him. I don't know though. I'm confused. So I didn't really stay up all night, let's be real. But I couldn't sleep because I was stressed trying to figure out what to do. Okay. Were you actually wearing brown mascara at the time? Yes. That's why I wrote that. So I thought it sounded cool because specifically it was brown mascara, which usually people wear black mascara. So, um, let me just look through the lyrics here because I feel like there's definitely some things to explain. Um, okay, first verse I explained, chorus I explained. I try to learn from my mistakes, but it's the same thing every time. Keep getting the same situation. I think I love when my heart breaks, and I think they love to make me cry. So, like, I don't know if you guys ever felt this, like, kind of like pain feels like good in a way. Not like it feels good, but it feels like, I guess, at least like familiar. Like, okay, like heartbreak feels so familiar that it's almost like I love when my heart breaks because I'm like, okay, well, at least I know how this feels. I know what to do with it. This is like more comfortable to me to be heartbroken than to try to navigate a relationship and all these things that are like scary and new. So that's kind of that. I'm gonna say that we're just friends, pretending it's not breaking your heart. I don't really know how this ends, but I'm thinking this is how it starts. Cause I knew it's probably not gonna go anywhere, and I was gonna end up being like, "Hey, I just want to be friends." Even though I liked him, I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. Like, I don't think we're really like a match that's gonna like go long term. And pretending it's not breaking your heart. I knew it was gonna break his heart. This is so sad. I like this song, it makes me like sad for him because I'm like, sad. The bridge, I won't ask you to stay. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lead him on and be like, yeah, we should be together because I knew like it wasn't gonna work. I'm just gonna run away. I won't ask you to stay. I'm already gone. This is just a game. It wasn't really a game to me, like in the sense like, oh, I'm playing this game, but in the sense that it was like I was overthinking everything and like every move as if it was like a chess game. Like I couldn't just live and do it. I was like making moves so like overthinking. Whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. This is just a game. On some summer Saturday, I'll come back when it's just too late. Because I knew some random day in the future, I'm gonna like text him and be like, hey, how are you? What's going on? And he's gonna be like, lady, don't come crawling back to me when you left me in the dust before. Which, yeah. So then the ending, the leaves are falling and so am I. Maybe one day I'll give it a try. Give it a try is like one day I'll give love a try, but not today. But I'm not sleeping. I'm not all right. All I ever wanted was goodbye. So it's like, yeah, I'm falling, but I'm not sleeping. I'm not okay. Like, this is just too much stress for me. I can't do it. And also, it's probably not going to work. So, yeah, like all I ever wanted was goodbye. Rip. So, hope that explains it. This song's so sad. I feel bad, but we live and learn. Okay. Okay, we have 2 songs left. Why am I feeling so bad for every person in your story so far? Not every person. Okay? Only a few. Which it's okay, This is a while ago. I don't think any of these people ever really thought about it again. I mean, I didn't really think about it again that much. Just explaining these songs. He's like, it's okay. So Ruined Me. Guys, do I really need to explain anything about that song? Because the entire song explains exactly what happened. Like, I don't know that I really need to tell you the story because the song is the story. You know what I mean? Yes, for the fun of it. You think that's a fun story to tell? You ruined me? So fun. Okay, I'll give a summary, guys, because I'm not trying to be like, and then my trauma. So it triggers my fight or flight. Yeah, because it is hard. What song is the hardest to write emotionally? This one. So, okay, I'll just give summary for people who haven't heard it. Okay, Ruined Me about obviously very toxic relationship that I was in. Okay. And this song I wrote months after we broke up, like 4 or 5 months, no, 6 months later. I remember so okay. I don't know if you guys have ever felt like this, but in this relationship, when we broke up, I didn't know that it was bad. I just thought that okay, you guys keep asking, is this about a completely different guy? Yeah, they're not all about the same person, guys. This lore spans like 5 years, okay? So it wasn't all the same person. It was not. But, similar experiences. So anyway, I didn't know the relationship was bad when I broke up with him. I just thought that I was like mentally ill, which I, did have a lot of like anxiety problems and everything. But I didn't know it was bad. Like I just thought, "Oh, I just can't handle this." Is this about the guy on the podcast, The Worst Heartbreaks? Yes, it is. So if you really want to hear the long story that I don't want to tell again, then watch our podcast, our worst heartbreaks and how we moved on. Watch that. Anyway, so I just thought, "Oh, I have all this anxiety and I just can't handle being in a relationship." Um because that's always been like my pattern is like just being anxious and unsure and like I don't know how to uh do this. So I broke things off with him because I was like, this is just too much stress for me. I'm too anxious. Like, I just can't do this. Like, I physically can't like handle it. So then after we broke up, then it's like, oh, I realized, oh wait, that was weird. That was weird. That was weird. That was messed up. Wait, this was really bad. So the point where I was at when this song was written was like months later, like 6 months or so, and I'd kind of been, like, slowly unearthing how bad the relationship was, because it wasn't, like, obvious to me, it, like, took a while, and I remember saying that thinking about it felt like going into, like, a black lake of, like, tar, and I really didn't wanna think about it, I didn't wanna deal with it, I was like, "I don't wanna go into this, like, disturbing, like, black lake by thinking about this." So, I and that's, like, a line, and I thought if I didn't think about it, it would get better, but it's not better. Because when you don't think about things, they don't get better. They just sit there and you didn't deal with them. So, I just wrote this song when I was realizing how bad it actually was. And then I was like, "You ruined me." Spoiler alert, I wasn't ruined. Okay, I'm fine. But at the time, I did feel ruined, but I wasn't really, guys. No one can really like ruin you forever, even if they like really messed you up. Like you, if you like do some work on it, like you can, you know, put yourself back together again and like go on to be better than ever. Okay. So, yeah, that's what that's about. Yeah. And then the last one is 16. So this song's interesting because I wrote this like years later, reminiscing on another not great relationship, not as bad as that one at all, but just like not good. Where I didn't really feel loved per se. But I was also very young. I don't think I was actually 16 though, but that's what I thought I was. So that's why I named it that. So it's reminiscing. Okay. I don't know how to explain this, but I wanted to capture like the kind of like weird bittersweetness of being in this bad situation because when you're in it, like, yeah, you're feeling the anxiety and like the bad parts of it, but then you're also feeling like the good parts. So like the line in it, my stomach's aching, heart is breaking, all this pain feels so amazing because no one gets me like you do. It's like that line is not supposed to be like, oh, like all this pain feels so amazing because no one gets me like you do. It's kind of supposed to be like a make you tilt your head moment of like, are you sure about that? Because that's how you feel in the moment, that all that pain feels so good because you're so in love and you feel so like someone likes you and da da da. But really, it's just like actually a lot of pain. Kombucha girl face? Yeah. Yeah. So the song is not supposed to be like this love song at all. It's supposed to be reminiscing on a bad time, but not from your point of view now, like, your point of view then, but a little bit of your point of view now. I don't know exactly if that makes sense, but I was just trying to capture how I felt back then, and kind of showing with some of the lyrics that, like, it wasn't great, but kind of the mindset of like, "Oh, well, it's okay." Like, no one gets me like you do. Just tell me I don't have to lose you. Out of everyone, I'd choose you." But, like, should you do that? Probably not. So, like, the lyrics, like, "Just a minute, you don't really know me like you think you do. Don't be anxious, I'm supposed to be in love with you." Like, that's the first lines of the song, and it's like, "Don't be anxious" is me talking to myself. Like, "Oh, like, don't be anxious, like, you're supposed to be in love with this person, so, like, don't feel all those feelings, just feel happy and good." Um, yeah, which I think makes it the perfect song to end this album because it really, like, encapsulates, is that the word? I don't know. All of those songs with kind of this reminiscing on the old times feeling. And the instrumental is very, like, dreamy, um, to kind of go with that, like, reminiscing, uh, feeling. So, are 16 and 18 connected? No. Those don't have anything to do with each other. Okay, so now that I just took literally almost an hour to explain that, cool. That was very long, but hope you were interested in that. I did not mean to take that long and do that because I do need to go in like 20 minutes. So, I want to talk about the videos. I was filming the videos for part two this weekend and a few weeks ago. So, just saying, just so you know, those are being filmed. So, it's going to take a bit to edit them and everything. So, you know, you have to wait a minute, but they are coming. And what I will say about part two, actually, let me talk a little about part one first, for people that haven't seen it. So, part one is really just telling the story of what just happened multiple times in my youth of like unrequited love and like all these times where like, oh, I thought maybe something would happen with the guy that I liked, and then oh, he likes this other girl. Okay. Like that just happened so many times. And I really wanted to portray that kind of delusional obsession thing of like, wow, he looked at me. Maybe we'll get married one day. That's like, okay. Um, and also just like how much it hurts, even though it's like looking back, it's like you didn't even know him. It wasn't that deep, but it just feels so deep to you in that moment. So, are you uploading this live? I missed the beginning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This will be uploaded so you can watch. So, that's kind of the story of part 1 in short. Man, I need to do another live where I go through all the videos and like talk about this video, this video, that. I'll do another one, but I'll just give you a summary right now. So, I really need this congestion to go away. So, part 2, I'll give you a little preview. Um, if you couldn't guess by the songs that are going to be in part 2, it is gonna be a bit darker of a storyline, um, because of the content of those songs. You know, I'm not gonna be like, "Yay," during, like, "Ruined Me," you know? And it was really actually hard for me to film a lot of it because it was very, intense and almost, like, felt real, some of it. So, just saying, emotionally prepare for that because it's definitely going to hit hard if you've experienced something like what the videos are showing. Um, okay, time frame, it'll be a few months. Because like each video takes, I don't know, a few weeks to kind of edit and like finish. And there's 4 videos, so do the math. It'll be a couple, 2, 3 months, something like that. So sorry guys, I know, but it's like it's gotta be good. You know, I gotta make sure it's good. I'm not just gonna rush, put it out. Okay. And just take a little break in between, watch the other videos, listen to the other songs, and then this will be like a refresh, like something to be excited about in a few months. Okay. Are you planning on releasing part 2 all at once or one video per week? Once a week. I think that was good. Cuz like doing it all at once like is fun cuz you can watch them all, but I think doing it once a week, it's like you have more time to really like digest each song and like live with that video. And then at the end of all of it, I'm going to put out the entire thing as one video. So all of part 1 and 2 as one long clip with all the transitions and everything, which that's what I'm like most excited about. Like that's going to be like 30 minutes or so. 30-minute long music video basically. So that's exciting. Okay, wait. I wanted to show you guys a surprise. You guys are asking me about merch. Well, guess what? I made some. Woo! So this is the shirt that I made. Is this backwards? Can you read it? Man, it is backwards. Anyway, it's pink and it says, "Please stop breaking my heart." And on the back, man, I hate how it's backwards, but whatever. It has all the album songs and my name and the little pink on the front. Um, Really cute. I really like this. And then I also did a hoodie of the same kind of thing. Um, so this is pink. It's not as like pink as the shirt, if you can tell. It's more of like a pale pink. And yeah, it says, "Please stop breaking my heart." And then it also has all the songs on the back and my name, but really they'll probably be covered by a hood. So I just got these in. I know you guys were asking for like a bunch of different things, like, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do stickers and all this stuff? Which maybe I could do that, but it really just depends on how this goes because, like, I don't want to like get a bunch of stuff and then like no one gets it, because that's not great for me. So if you guys want me to do more merch for this, then please get this because then I'll know that people actually want it. Because guys, you can say, "Oh, I love it. Oh, I want it," but will you actually get it? Different question. So if you want to see more stuff, then yeah, just please participate in this launch. And also, like getting the merch is really helpful for me because like I don't have a record label or anything. So all these music videos and everything, I just dug into my life savings to make them. So I am trying to get some return on my investment. So if you like the merch, please buy it because it's not just like, oh, buying a shirt, it's like actually helping me so that like I can do other projects in the future and keep doing this cuz like, I can't really do it if that doesn't work. So, thank you guys for all your support. Even just like watching the videos and streaming the songs is so helpful with that, but getting the merch is like really helpful because It's just is. So, when is it coming out? Soon. I don't have a date yet, but in like the next few weeks, I just need to like I just got these from the printer and I just need to like get pictures taken for the website and like actually like get ready to do a launch. Um so I'm trying to get it out soon. I think these are really cute. I'm just saying. I was a little bit nervous like designing them. I don't know why cuz it's like I don't know, you make a design and you're like, "Okay, I think it will look good in real life," but you don't really know until you see it in real life, and in real life, like, this camera on my laptop is not that good, so it kinda looks gray, but in real life, it's very cute. Definitely something I would wear, like, in my normal life, especially because, I don't wanna wear something that's like, "Lauren Cimarelli!" Like, maybe you guys do, but personally, I'm like, "Well, let's tone it down with my name, like, Lauren Cimarelli." But it's just like a little thing on the back, like, "Oh, Lauren." Yeah. And, I just love, like, the pink and yellow. Like, I don't know, I feel like pink is not, like, the most normal color to wear. I don't know. I don't have a ton of pink stuff. I'm not like, "Oh, I gotta get the pink." I guess I'm wearing pink right now, LOL. But I don't have a ton. But this is definitely pink that I like. I think the yellow added to it makes it, I don't know, more like my vibe than just like normal pink. I don't know. So anyway, that's what I did. I was also thinking of doing, like if this launch goes well, doing black, a black version. Cause like imagine that black with the yellow with the pink outline, black with that, like that would be really cute. And obviously, yeah, I wanted to go with the colors from the album cover where it's like pink and yellow. So yeah. So that's the sitch. If you like that, then keep an eye out because I will be announcing the actual date. And I would love to do a bunch of merch for this, honestly. Like, I feel like I could design some really cool stuff. So if you guys like it, then I will do that. But yeah, um, I will get it anyways. But is it unisex? Yeah, all the sizes are just like normal unisex t-shirt, hoodies, all of that. So, yeah, I think that's kind of what I have to say. Um, yeah, well, it's been an hour. I really didn't think it was gonna take me that long to explain all the songs, but whatever. I'll do another live, talking about the videos, but that's gonna have to be in a second because I want to do them on the weekends where you guys can actually come because I was doing my videos on Fridays and there's so many people like, oh, I'm in school, blah, blah, blah. So I want to do it on the weekend, but my weekends are busy for the next few weeks. So maybe in a few weeks I'll do the other one. But this was fun. Thank you guys for being nice. Love that. I feel like this was like fun. Yeah, everyone, this did not feel like an hour. Yeah, it was just like hanging out, you know? Not so much an album release party, more like an album release small gathering, Q&A. I feel like kind of those Apple Music interviews with Zane Lowe where they're like, "Ah, yes, my album. I did blah blah blah." I feel like I was kind of like that, but it was like you guys were him asking me questions. So, yeah, the album's out. Take a listen. The music videos are out. If you haven't seen them, please watch. If you have seen them, watch them again if you want. Um, it really means so much. Everyone supporting and, like, I don't know, I feel seen, um, for how much, like, hard work I put into this, and, like, I don't know, it's like sometimes you put a lot into something and people are like, "Cool." But I feel like I put so much into this and you guys are like, "Wow, like, I can tell you put so much into this." Like, all the comments are so funny, like, "The eye for detail." I'm like, "Yes, I did have the eye for detail. I really was going for the detail." And, like, 'cause I don't know, it's like with all my music and music videos and everything, it's like I'm trying to make it an experience for you guys, 'cause I want it to be an experience for me, and, like, I want it to be I don't know, an experience for you guys, I don't know what to say about that, but I think that I accomplished that and did make it, like, a fun experience and, like, emotional experience, and for all the people out there that are looking for that kind of music, this kind of content, this kind of music videos, like, I just wanted to provide that for you guys because people like that is me. Like, I'm the person that's looking for music like this, music videos like this, like, kinda just, like, wholesome, but, like, emotional and real. You know, I feel like a lot of stuff these days is so, like, dark, which is, like, not always a bad thing, like, life is dark. There's darkness, people feel dark, and it's not like I mean, Ruined Me is kind of dark, but it's more just, like, emotional and real for me, and I just know, like, a lot of you guys have been through the same kind of things that I've been through, and I hope that, like, listening and watching, you see some of yourself in it, and it makes you realize, like, it's not just you if you felt like you were the only one like that, or, like, you're not, like, crazy for feeling that way. It's like, people feel that way sometimes or have anxiety or feel awkward and introverted or get rejected by someone you like. Like, that's just part of life, or find yourself in a toxic relationship. Um, yeah, I just want to I don't really know what I'm saying. I guess my point is just like which I think you guys know this, but just saying, like, it's not just like music to me or like, "Oh, let me make a video." To me, it's like it's important to me and it's something that's for you to experience. Like, yes, I like wrote this stuff for like myself from my own experiences, but like the reason I'm putting out and making it is because I want to like give that to you. And I really just feel blessed that like it's reaching the people that really were looking for it or really wanted that. And just yeah, that you guys like it. Okay. I think I need to stop because you get it. You're gonna make me cry, really? Okay. Um, yeah, so I guess my closing statement is, if you're going through any of the things that I went through in these songs and the stories that I told and you feel lost or confused or like out of control, I just want to tell you guys here I am now, years later, in a healthy relationship. My anxiety is way, way, way better. All of, like, my mental disturbances I've gotten, like, I just really gotten a lot more of a handle on myself. I'm turning 25 this year. That's so crazy. And, like, looking back at how I felt when I was a teenager, which is kind of the age I was when I wrote most of these, like, I would not have really thought I would have been where I am now. So, just saying to you guys, just because you feel that way now, it doesn't mean that's where you're gonna be forever or where you're gonna be even, like, in a year. Like, if you really put in effort to, like, work on yourself and live your best life, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You know, we're all in this together. Sounding like a whole Grammy speech. Okay, it's not a Grammy speech. It's more of like a motivational speech. Okay, I'm saying you can do it too. You're practically twice my age, girl. Yikes. Don't tell people your age on the internet though if you're under 18. Well, probably just don't tell them in general, but just be careful, okay? If you're saying I'm twice your age, you really need to be careful. Just saying. All right, well, I am gonna go. Sorry for all the sniffling and coughing that I did, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. I didn't want to cancel this or move it because then I wouldn't be able to do it for like 3 or 4 weeks. So I'll be back to do another live in a few weeks when I actually have a free weekend. And talk more about the videos. I like doing the lives. I want to do more that are more like themed, kind of like this. I don't know. I feel like it's fun. So thanks for watching and listen to my album if you want, if you like it. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate ya. Bye.